UFC title shots are just getting ridiculous now. This is becoming way too common within the UFC. Even at UFC 316, where Sean O'Malley somehow got a title shot against Merab. After sitting out for a year and doing nothing, he got no wins within that time. The first fight he got dominated, and guess what? In the second fight he also got dominated. But yeah, anyway, today we're going to be going through the fighters who are demanding a title shot and just do not deserve it.
I have to ask. A lot of fans, they want to see you fight Diego now after that press conference. Is a matchup with Diego in Mexico, is that the biggest fight, that maybe even bigger than a title fight at this point in the eyes of the fans?
Yeah, in the eyes of the fans, of course. But if you ask me, if you're in my position right now, the beef can stay aside for now, and the only thing that I'm looking for right now is fighting for that belt.
You're telling me this brother went from gladly engaging in a shouting match with Diego Lopez at the UFC 314 press conference to not even wanting anything to do with him? His only target is the belt now. Like, my brother, you got finished by Volkanovski. Who gets finished by Volkanovski? Like, that's like getting finished by Belal Muhammad. Look, I'd understand if the Volk fight was like a long time ago and Yair went on a long win streak after that. No, he's on a one fight win streak against an old debuting Bellator champion who had never even proven himself in the UFC as a legit contender. And let's not even mention the fact that the person he beat, Pitbull, is now matched up against Dan Ige. Yeah, by the way, the new Dan Ige look.
This ain't it, Chief!
It's not exactly amazing, but you know what? I'll allow it on this occasion just because, he fought on 2 hours notice that one time. Anyway, back on topic. It's not like the UFC don't have a clear-cut contender for the featherweight division in Evloev, who even Volk acknowledged deserved it the most. Now they've got him fighting a debuting Aaron Pico at UFC Abu Dhabi.
Hold my nuts, bruv. Hold it. I want you to hold it in your mouth. I want you to lick it.
Yeah, man, CT must be getting to this guy now. I won 3 out of my last 4, only losing in an exhibition fight. I have to fight for the belt, Dana White. I am ready. Bro, what do you mean exhibition? It's on your professional record, mate. Listen, I don't want to hear any excuses. It was your fault you took the fight. You know that if you stayed on the sidelines, you probably would have got your title shot eventually. Instead, you took the money route and paid the price for it. Hell nah, you don't deserve it. Plus, he's already had 2 title shots in his career when he was more in his prime, and he got viciously choked out both times. This guy's never beaten Ilya, bro. And also, 2 of those 3 wins were against Rafael Fiziev, the number 12 ranked guy. And the second time you fought him, it was on like 1 or 2 weeks short notice. He hadn't fought in like a year, and it was a razor close fight, and you're telling me he deserves a title shot off that? Yeah, give it a rest, lad. Now, to be fair, this is probably the least worst out of the lot. I'm just bringing it up because it was straight after his loss to Shavkat and he was still begging for a title shot. Basically, he was saying about how he only just about lost to Shavkat, and then obviously when Shavkat had the injury and had to pull out or was unable to fight Belal Muhammad at UFC 315, that he should have got the title shot instead of Jack. Look, I mean, obviously there's a case for it. I don't really disagree. I don't particularly disagree that he deserved the title shot over Jack Della Maddalena. But I mean, come on, man. When you're coming straight off of a loss to that one guy, you can't really be begging for it. You're not really in a position to be begging for a title shot. Now, to be fair, I do know he has fought twice on short notice in his last 2 fights, and I do think he should be rewarded for that. Also, I do like the fact how he recognizes that Islam Makhachev deserves the title shot before any of the welterweight contenders. And yeah, I know since then he has got a win over Carlos Prates, but again, Carlos Prates, up and comer, number 13 ranked, a win over him is not going to get you a title shot. It's like when Kamaru got the win over Buckley. He's an up and comer, okay, but you're not going to get a title shot after that. I will talk about that later in this video. Look, I don't really think that he deserves the title shot based on who he's beaten, but the circumstances of the fights he's been in may warrant a title shot. There's an argument for it. What he should do is he should fight in an eliminator against Brady. I think that will happen. That's the fight to make. Also, I think a lot of people do forget he has a win over MVP, bro. Like, this is a very, very underrated win. And, you need to take that into consideration as well. I'm not saying he deserves a title shot just because of a win over MVP, but it does certainly help his case. And also another thing that does help his case, he is a legit fighter. He's charismatic. That's more than I can say for most of the welterweights. Yeah, let's not even talk about Jack Della Maddalena, who's got the charisma of a goldfish.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sincerely, if it's about to fight tonight, Diego Lopez is going to be the next champion. I want him.
Jean Silva feels he deserves a title shot next. I faced the biggest knockout artist at lightweight and knocked him out. I took on one of the best grapplers in the division and submitted him. I beat a guy who had never been knocked down and knocked him out. I also faced a whatever, blah blah blah. Listen, bro. Yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, mate, but I wouldn't exactly call Drew Dober the biggest KO artist in the lightweight division. Look, fair enough, man. You got some good wins by amazing fashion, but that doesn't warrant a title shot. It's about the quality, not the quantity of wins. Otherwise, Bautista would have got a title shot, or even like Michel Pereira before he lost to Hernandez. But anyway, I love this guy. I want to see him get a serious step up in competition, and for sure fight for the belt soon, but just not right now.
You know who I want next. I've been calling you out 2 times already. Rodriguez Duplessis, get your over here, or South Africa. In the fighting net, I'm coming for you, boy!
Look, Jared Cannonier is a decent win. He's not as good as he once was. Like, he's old, like 40 years old now. He's still an amazing fighter, and it is a decent win. But, you know, a win over Cannonier is not getting you a title shot realistically. Also, I think at the current moment in time, Dricus's plate is a little bit too full with Khamzat Chimaev right now. Obviously, I know the Cannonier versus Brahalio fight was before Khamzat brutally submitted Whittaker, but I mean, you know, it should still be in the back of your mind. Obviously, Khamzat, over one more win, he was going to get the title shot regardless, because he is the biggest, star within the division. But luckily for us, this fight has just been booked for a UFC fight night, Brahalio versus Imamov, which is a perfect #1 contenders fight. Whoever wins this, for sure, should get a title shot.
Buckley Gary, Shavkat Brady. Makhachev versus JDM. I get winner.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Yeah, no, this one is criminal. I think he's been spending too much time with the old boy Justin Gaethje. Bro, the way he says it so casually as well. You're not getting the winner, bro. Listen, I know you're an amazing champion, but that was a while ago, man. You're 1-3 in your last 4, and one decent win over a prospect doesn't give you a title shot. You've been inactive for like 1.5 years as well. Also, bro, this division is so stacked. You are not skipping the queue, my boy, especially after losing to Leon in the trilogy. That loss has not aged well at all. Also, bro, there's such a clear fight with Bilal. I don't know why Usman is so dismissive, bro. I swear this guy is so dismissive of any matchups that come his way. But yeah, man, this is such a clear fight. Apparently Bilal made him cry on a podcast or something. Anyway, look, that's it for today for me. Look, at the end of the day, guys, I know campaigning for a title shot and putting yourself out there is essential, but you need to be able to do it at the right time. You know, they should do it how Roundtree did it last week in his post-fight interview, where he just said, look, I want the title shot again. Give me any fight that gets me closer to the title shot. That's how you need to say it, because then that's actually realistic. Then you're gonna, get more fans behind you. Anyway, that's it for today. You guys, please comment, like, share, subscribe. This video did take a while, so please do that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Safe.